If you're starting a YouTube channel and want to make sure everything is set up the right way, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through the exact steps to set up and optimize your channel so that you can get the most out of YouTube from the very beginning. Hi, my name's Paige Major. I'm a photographer, videographer, and YouTube strategist, and I help business owners look like a pro on camera and use video to generate leads for their business. If that sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Today I'm walking you through how to create and properly set up your YouTube channel. Whether you're a beginner starting from scratch or you already have a channel and just want to make sure it's fully optimized, I've got you. Let's get into it. I'm going to start off by showing you how to set up a channel if you don't have one at all. If you do already have one, then you may be able to skip the first few steps. There's going to be timestamps in the description if you want to jump around. However, I will say that you may want to go through every single step just to make sure that it is set up properly. Before you grab pen and paper and frantically start taking notes, I have linked my free YouTube channel setup checklist in the description. It's basically a PDF checklist version of this video that you can download and keep forever. So you're welcome. So the first thing we're going to do is go to youtube.com and then we are going to sign in. You can use an existing Gmail account or you can create a new one. One thing I will say is do not set up your YouTube channel using an email that you might potentially lose access to. For example, I had a cheerleading gym that was info@allstar-fusion.com. When I ended up closing the gym and no longer paying for that domain, I completely lost access to the email, which also meant that I completely lost access to my YouTube channel. So I highly recommend that you use a Gmail account that is not your forward-facing client Gmail for your YouTube channel. There's also some security issues there, but we'll get into that a little bit later. I'm going to use an existing Gmail account, and of course, there is a two-step verification, which can be very, very annoying. But it's actually a really smart thing to do so that your YouTube channel does not get hacked. A lot of time this is done in your Gmail app or the YouTube app on your phone. So yes, it's me, and then it's going to take me to select a channel. I already have 2 channels associated with this email address, so I'm just going to pick the top one. And then it's going to take me to YouTube because I want to create a brand new channel. So I'm going to click here and then I'm going to scroll down to settings and then go to add or manage channels. From here, I'm going to create a channel and you're going to start off by picking a channel name. Yes, it can be changed later, but it can only be changed once every 14 days. So you're going to have to decide if you want to put your name in as a personal brand or if you want to put your business name in. So I'm just going to call this Paige Major Test. I understand I'm creating a Google account. Yes, create. And then it's going to say this channel does not exist because we haven't done anything to it yet. So we're going to click here again, and then we're going to go to YouTube Studio. And it's going to say, welcome to YouTube Studio. And from here, we will continue. The first thing we're going to do is go down to settings, and then it's going to open general. Go to channel, select your country. I'm in the United States. And for keywords, you can put keywords in that apply to you and your business. I could make a whole series of videos on keyword strategy, but for now, the basics of it is that you want to put keywords or key phrases in this section that people would be using to search for your business or your videos. Next is advanced settings. This is where we are going to set our audience. Regardless of your location, you are legally required to comply with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act or COPPA and other laws. You're required to tell us if your video content is made for kids. So yes, this channel is made for kids. I always upload content that's made for kids, or no, this channel is not made for kids. I never upload content that's made for kids. Or I want to review this for every video. For the most part, you will probably just select no, this channel is not made for kids. And I never upload content that is made for kids unless your business specifically creates things for children. And in that case, you would select yes, this channel is made for kids. I always upload content that's made for kids. If your channel is made for kids, you cannot run ads or get ad revenue from your videos. And there are some other restrictions set to protect children. Just because you can't do ads does not mean that you cannot use your YouTube channel to grow your business. Either way, it is very important that you accurately set this setting. Then as we scroll down, we're going to get down to automatic captions. And I kind of think it's important to select this box. It says, don't show potentially inappropriate words. Every now and then, the AI bots that read over the captions may get the word wrong, and it might sound like you say something really inappropriate. And I don't mean like you just say a bad word. I mean, you did not actually intend to say something, and then the bots translate it in a certain way. So you can just check that box if you want to avoid that happening altogether. And then as we scroll down here, it's going to ask if we want to allow viewers to clip our content. This little question mark says that it just allows viewers to share 50 to 60 seconds of your content with their friends on social media. I don't think that's a big deal, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave mine checked. If you run into people taking your content down the line, then you can revisit and uncheck that. Lastly, you're going to go to feature eligibility, and your standard features will probably already be enabled. Your intermediate features, this allows you to have custom thumbnails, to create videos longer than 15 minutes, and to live stream. So it is very important that you verify your channel, and you're going to do this by verifying a phone number. So it's going to open over here. You can get the verification code texted to you. So you'll put in your phone number and then get the code. It's a very, very easy process. You hit submit and then your phone number is verified. So then you can close out that window, and now we're going to go back to feature eligibility, and it shows that we have been enabled. There is one more tab, advanced features, and this is going to allow us to, most importantly, link external links in our video descriptions. So there are 3 ways that you can do that. And if you just hover over the question mark, it will tell you what is entailed in those. I highly recommend you do this because using external links is a very important part of YouTube strategy. After you've done that, we're going to click over to our upload defaults. This is where we'll be able to set an actual template of things that we want to appear on every single video, as well as select the visibility. So we're going to want all of our videos to be unlisted when we first publish. You can also put in any tags that you want to appear on every single video, no matter what. So this could be your business name, you could put your first name, you could put any tags that are going to be relevant to just about any video that you publish. And yes, it's very easy to take these off on each individual video. So if I put video production down under mine, or YouTube tips, then I put out a video that actually has nothing to do with YouTube or video production, it's more about photography, then I can erase those tags in the optimization section of my video. And then under the advanced tab, you can allow automatic chapters and key moments. I always do these manually later, but you can go ahead and select this if you want it to happen automatically for now. Then you will select your video language, which is the language that your videos are going to be recorded in. So mine are English, English United States, and then I'm going to hit save. From there, we're going to go to the customization tab, and this is where you'll be able to put a channel trailer for people to see who have not yet subscribed to your channel. This is typically like a 1 to 2 minute welcome. You do want to make sure that For You is toggled on, because it's just going to suggest videos to your viewers when they land on your channel that the algorithm thinks they would be interested in based on their viewing habits and your content. Down under featured sections is where we'll be able to add different playlists and things like that. If you don't already have video content on your channel, you're not going to be able to do this just yet. This is one of those things that you're going to have to come back and do later. So basically, this is a shelf of your channel that will show your popular videos. You could do a single playlist, you could create multiple playlists, you can feature other channels and things like that. So like I said, this is something that we're going to do once we have more content on our channel. Under the branding tab, this is where you're going to go upload a photo, and this is what's going to show across your channel. I'm going to create an entire video walking you through the process of designing your YouTube channel art, and it will come with a free Canva template. So be sure to check that out either in the description or somewhere around this video. There are a lot online if you Google them, but I will say that like almost all of the ones inside Canva don't actually have the correct dimensions to fit the different devices that YouTube displays on. So definitely check out that video. Lastly is the video watermark. You can just put a small version of your logo here, or you don't have to put anything at all. That's completely optional. Then under the basic info tab, this is where your channel name is. This is also where your channel handle is. And the URL will be youtube.com/the @ symbol and then your channel's name. I don't know what all this nonsense is, but I don't want it there. So now I have just @Paige Major Test. You can change this handle. Again, it can only be changed every 14 days, just like your channel name. And now it looks like you can actually change it twice in 14 days. So that's new. This is where you're going to write a description. You do want to make sure that your description uses keywords that you want to be ranking for. So I would write a short paragraph that is a description of the content that's going to be on your channel. This is your channel URL, the long form version of it. And it's just kind of a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Again, once you set up a handle, that can be used as the URL that you give people. Then as you scroll down, you're going to get to add links. So this is where we want to add things like your website. So my link title, I'm just going to say website, and then my website, and then I'm going to add another link. So let's say I want to put Instagram. It will not save until we hit publish in the upper right-hand corner. So you can add up to 5 links here, so feel free to link it up. You could put in links to a lead magnet, different things like that. Then under your contact information, which is down here at the bottom, you're going to put in an email address. This is going to appear on your account when people go to it, so be aware that you could get some spam for this. It's also really important to not have the same email address that you use to actually log into your channel, because hackers at that point then have half of your login information, and it's kind of a security issue for people accessing your YouTube channel when it's really big at some point. If you don't have a separate email that you can use, then be sure that you have two-step verification set up. It's not likely that someone would be able to verify your account on another one of your devices, but it's not impossible. So to be safe, you may just want to put a different email address here. Then you will hit publish, and that's going to save your changes. Then we can click view our channel and we can see our channel. I'm not really sure why this handle didn't update, but if you click to see more about this channel, you will see that it has the correct handle here. It will tell the date that I joined, my location, and the links that I put in are going to appear here. All of this is public information and anybody can see it. As a bonus, rather than just using your direct URL, you can use a URL that has a button that will pop up automatically asking the person if they want to subscribe when they watch your channel. So what you'll want to do is take this URL here and sub your channel name where you see the pink. If you want access to this entire process in a checklist form, I have a free PDF that you can download. The link will be in the description. Once your channel's set up, the next thing to do is make it look amazing with branding. In my next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use Canva to design a YouTube banner, and I'm even going to give you a template. So click here to watch that video, and I will see you in the next one.